You are free, but only inside the cage they gave you. You wake up, brush your teeth, drink coffee, sit in traffic, go to work, endure pointless meetings, grab a quick lunch, more work, hit the gym just to prove you care, crash on Netflix, then to bed. Congratulations, you're free. Free to repeat that same Monday through Friday script while pretending you chose it. The real deal is, most people live as if they'd signed a lifetime contract with normal, but nobody read the fine print. You may do whatever you want, as long as you don't fuck with the system. It's like that sleight of hand trick. Your attention's on the right hand while the left hand pockets your wallet. That trick's name? Freedom. Modern society sells you the illusion of choice, but try not choosing. Don't get a degree. Don't join LinkedIn. Don't have kids. Don't post your every move. See what society thinks of your free will. The cages today are elegant, built from consumer freedoms, like pick the phone that matches your lifestyle, says the ad, ignoring that someone in an air-conditioned room already defined your lifestyle for you with user data charts. And the worst part, we applaud our own imprisonment because it comes with Wi-Fi. Want proof? Explain to someone why you quit a stable job to live smaller and seek meaning. They'll look at you like you've got ants in your brain. True freedom off script scares more than it soothes. Most people don't want freedom. They want the comfort of choice, a buffet where every dish leads to the same place, comfortable boredom. And, ironic as hell, giving you more options only makes us more lost. Modern anxiety is the child of infinite menus, endless swiping on Tinder, ever-expanding courses to find your purpose. The freedom of 1,000 choices has become the nightmare of not being able to choose a damn thing. What does it look like? A glass cage, transparent, with a view of everyone else's Instagram, but still a cage. You think you're in control. You're not. You're just pressing buttons pre-installed long before you arrived. Here's the point. True imprisonment isn't forced. It's purchased. 10 interest-free installments. You pay good money to feel free inside that beautifully padded cage, complete with Alexa and reclaimed wood floors. Wow. Next time you say, "I do what I want," pause and ask yourself, do you really want this, or were you taught to want it? Freedom to be whoever you want. That's a bad joke. Be yourself. Maybe the biggest lie ever sold as liberating advice. Ask yourself, who is that yourself you're trying to be? What you like? What you think? What you post? Or what pleases others? We live in a theater of authenticity, parading free people, all wearing the same costume, the unconcerned persona, constantly refreshing like counts every 15 minutes. Supposed freedom to be whoever you want has become just another way to please invisible audiences. You're not who you want, you're who others will let you be. And if you slip up, the algorithm prunes you, literally hides you, cancels you, erases you. The worst? We do it with a smile. Because the fear of social rejection beats the desire for real freedom. You'd rather be in the everyone likes me prison than endure the I am myself, even if no one else understands. Don't believe me? Try publicly disagreeing with the trendy opinion without being a jerk. Give a sincere take that contradicts the viral narrative. Guess what happens? You get stoned. Then your freedom turns into silence. You start calibrating what you say, wear, post, smoothing your edges to fit the box others drew for you. In the end, congrats! You didn't become you, you became a socially acceptable character, pretty, controlled, and empty. The truth is this freedom is a popularity contest. Here's the paradox. Everyone begs to be unique but dreads being alone. You want to be different, but not too different. Free, but not weird. Authentic, but still popular. Impossible. You can't fit in while trying to be free. True freedom is lonely, and that scares people, because it demands you stop seeking constant validation. It demands you endure misinterpretation, indifference, even hate. Want freedom? Fine. But know it comes without an audience, without applause, and with the constant whisper, am I fucking this up? Maybe you are, but at least it's your fuck up. So next time someone tells you, be yourself, look in the mirror and ask, who is this me, without filters, without likes, without needing acceptance? If you can't answer, congratulations, you're on the right path.
Self-help is the new emotional prison. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Picture your ideal self. Open your eyes and face reality. You're still in that shitty job, bills overdue, anxiety punching the clock. Welcome to the 5-star prison of self-help. It promises liberation but delivers a new set of chains dressed with gold-lettered motivational quotes. You're solely responsible for your happiness. Sounds lovely until you realize being unhappy is a personal failure. Got it? You think you're freeing yourself, but you're actually adding weight to your back. You feel bad, you're not productive, not grateful, didn't wake up at 5 a.m., so you beat yourself up. Then you buy another course, another book, another planner, another mantra. It's emotional capitalism. They make you believe freedom is becoming your best self, and you spend your life chasing a version of you that doesn't exist. Surprise, it never arrives. Here's the catch. A lot of Instagram therapy doesn't want you to understand yourself, it wants you to consume. No focus? Buy a dopamine hacking course. Anxious? Sip mushroom tea. Depressed? Meditate, scream into your pillow, and thank your alarm clock for traffic. But never, ever question whether the entire system that crushes you daily might be the problem, because they don't sell that. Emotional freedom has become a product. If you don't buy it, you're left behind. The unbreakable mindset crowd looks at you pityingly. You don't know how to manifest, do you? No, friend, I'm just tired, and being tired is human. The worst prison is the one you enter thinking it's liberation, an eternal thesis on how to be a kick-ass human. What if self-care rituals become another burden, a hidden expectation? That's not healing, that's punishing yourself in new packaging. Want to know if you're trapped in self-help? Ask, do these habits make you feel better or guilty?
When you skip them. If guilt wins, congratulations, you just switched cells. Routine, modern prison's favorite disguise. You've heard discipline is freedom. Sure, up to a point, but it can also be the slickest way to cover the existential hole you refuse to face. A healthy routine is necessary. Everyone knows that. The problem is calling living the mere repetition of the same day for decades simply because it gives you a false sense of control. You wake up at the same hour, drink the same coffee, take the same route, greet the same corporate zombies, return home, watch the same episodes, sleep. Next day, replay, but now your yogurt has a different topping. And the cruelest twist? You call that stability. But stability is sometimes just fear in a neatly organized schedule. Routine is a socially accepted addiction, a defense against the chaos of confronting your own emptiness. 5 minutes alone with your thoughts, and you'll meet the abyss staring back. Humans are terrified of total freedom because it demands you create meaning instead of accepting a pre-shipped version. Crafting your own meaning is messy, uncertain work. Better to cling to your agenda, right? Sartre said we're condemned to freedom. Beautiful in theory. In practice, most people prefer the padded cell. Routine becomes anesthesia. We use healthy habits to dodge what truly matters, who we are without them. Here's a challenge. Stop for 2 days. No alarms, no to-do lists, no obligations. What happens? You freak out. You realize routine wasn't a tool, it was a crutch. Routine hides that you've forgotten how to feel boredom. And boredom, my friend, is the cradle of creativity, reflection, and, most importantly, the courage to change. But how to feel boredom when every empty second is filled with notifications, productivity podcasts, and become 1% better daily videos? You don't need more routine. You need silence, idle time, moments of not knowing what to do and staying put anyway. Because when everything stops, the truth emerges. And that truth is uncomfortable. You aren't living, you're just running in place. So next time someone praises you for being organized, regimented, disciplined, thank them. Then ask yourself, am I free? Or just very well trained? The freedom you want is just another form of control.
I quit everything to live on the road. Now I work from anywhere in the world. Financial freedom lets me say no. Cue the drone shots, laptop on the beach, caption, "You can live like this too." Here's an inconvenient truth. The freedom they sell is just another set of beautiful, expensive shackles with a Valencia filter. Want to live in a van? Great. Want your own business? Great. Want no boss? Great. The problem is believing only then will you be free. Then you move from the CLT cage to the successful entrepreneur cell. You trade a boss for clients, hours for a metrics addiction, the office badge for personal branding. And the craziest part? You think you're in control. You're not. You're just in a different race, now with palm trees in the background. Freedom has become a premium product, an aspirational marketing goal. You don't want to live anymore. You want to appear free. Prove to the world you've broken the chains. Your life is light, spiritual, authentic, and monetizable. Deep down, you don't want no boss. You want your own internal tyrant, a 24/7 performance master demanding you do more whenever you try to relax. Try producing nothing for a week. Just exist. No posts, no earnings, no presence. Do you feel peace? Or guilt? If it's guilt, congratulations, you just switched cells again. Financial freedom turned into aesthetic slavery. Life is a showcase. The paradox? The harder you chase ideal freedom, the more controlled you become by the image of success, by a lifestyle that demands upkeep, by the obligation to look free even when you're exhausted. You think you're escaping the system, but the system has already swallowed you, using your rebellion as its best ad. True freedom has no aesthetic. It's raw, weird, often boring, and never Instagrammable. It's the power to vanish without explanation, to say fuck it without needing to post about it, to fail without turning failure into content. So before you declare, "I want freedom," ask yourself, do you want to live free or just look like an alternative success story in everyone else's feed? Maybe freedom is just knowing you'll never be free. Absolute, unconditional, total freedom is a myth, like a vegan unicorn or infinite motivation. Nice to imagine, impossible to find. Truth? Life is full of constraints. Every choice carries consequences, and every freedom hides its own prison. Want freedom to travel? You give up ties. Want freedom to start a business? You live on the risk noose. Want freedom to speak your mind? You brace for cancel culture hits. So maybe the mistake is treating freedom like a trophy. Because chasing freedom proves you're still chained by the belief you need it to live. You become hostage to your own desire to escape. It's like a dog chasing its tail, screaming autonomy, purpose, authenticity until it pukes. True freedom might not be a destination or a lifestyle you buy. Maybe it's accepting you'll never control everything, and being okay with that. That acceptance is freeing. Kierkegaard called it a leap of faith. Nietzsche said it's dancing on the abyss. I call it stopping the self-help madness and living without thinking life is a video game with cheat codes. You feel real freedom when you stop needing it all the time. When you consciously choose your chains. When you admit something will always be missing and still laugh. Because freedom isn't doing everything. It's knowing you could do everything, but choosing what truly matters, even if it hurts, even if people judge, even if it seems insignificant. It's laughing at the quest, embracing the chaos, saying, fuck it, I didn't come here to please
anyone. So perhaps humanity's greatest freedom is looking at our own prison and saying, okay, this one I chose. Conclusion: the last sip of freedom that never came. Quick recap before your attention drifts to the next Hack Your Morning in 3 Steps video. You think you're free, but you're just dancing inside the cage the system built, striking a pose like you chose to be there. You insist you want to be yourself, yet spend more time editing your image than discovering who you really are. You drown in self-help, thinking you're healing, when you're stacking fresh chains scented with lavender and purpose. Your routine is a religion, your freedom a performance, and your ideal life drawn up by an ad agency. And at the end of the day, maybe true freedom isn't breaking every chain, but choosing which ones to carry. Not running from chaos, but learning to dance in the middle of it. Laughing at the absurd, accepting control is an illusion, and saying, "Fuck it, I choose my prison." Because freedom, my friend, is when you stop living as if you need permission to exist.